Welcome, and thank you for joining. This message is for anyone who's ever felt broken by life. In your hardest moments, remember you're not alone, and your pain can lead to powerful growth. Life has a way of testing us in ways we never expect. One of the most universal truths is that pain is a part of growth. No matter who you are or what path you walk, you will experience moments when life feels too heavy, too hard, and too painful. These moments often come without warning: the loss of a loved one, failure in a career, a betrayal, a diagnosis, or a dream that falls apart. In these moments, life breaks you. And while it may feel like everything is crumbling, it's often in that breaking where true growth begins. We tend to view pain as something to avoid at all costs. We spend so much time seeking comfort, stability, and predictability, believing that these things are the foundations of happiness. But the truth is, comfort rarely builds strength. The most powerful, resilient, and inspiring individuals are often those who have walked through deep pain and come out on the other side stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. It is in pain that character is tested. It is in suffering that your values are revealed. And it is in the breaking that you learn who you really are. Growth doesn't happen in the safe zones. It happens in discomfort, in challenge, and in uncertainty. Pain pushes you out of the familiar. It forces you to confront your fears, to reflect, to change, and to rebuild. Every scar tells a story not of weakness, but of survival. When life breaks you, it removes the illusion that you are in control. That can be terrifying, but it's also freeing. It invites you to surrender, to stop resisting what you can't control, and to start growing in a new direction. Some of the most beautiful parts of life are born from pain. Think about the way a seed has to break apart to grow into a tree. That breaking isn't the end of the seed, it's the beginning of its transformation. The same is true for us. The breaking can be a brutal process, but it is often necessary. It shakes us awake, it humbles us, and ultimately it grows us. We begin to see the world differently. We begin to value the things that truly matter. We learn patience, empathy, resilience, and inner strength, not because we were taught them in a book, but because life carved those lessons into our soul. Pain is not your enemy, it's your teacher. When life breaks you, don't run from the pain, sit with it, listen to it, let it do its work, because on the other side of that pain is a version of you that you haven't met yet, stronger, deeper, and more grounded. Life may break you, but that breaking doesn't have to destroy you. It can be the very thing that builds you. When life hits hard, it's easy to believe that the damage done defines us. The truth, however, is far more powerful. It's not what happens to you that shapes your destiny, it's how you respond. Life will bring pain, setbacks, and heartbreak. That's inevitable. You will be betrayed, disappointed, misunderstood, or even abandoned at times. But the outcome of your story depends entirely on how you react when life tries to break you. You cannot control every circumstance, but you can always control your response. There's something profoundly human about the instinct to give up when things go wrong. It's a natural reaction to shut down when we're hurting or overwhelmed. But if you take a moment and step back, you'll realize that every difficult experience is giving you an opportunity, a chance to show what you're made of. You can't avoid hardship, but you can choose not to be consumed by it. The storms in your life may shake you, but they don't have to sink you. And this is where the power of your response becomes everything. Some people crumble when life hits. Others rise. What's the difference? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's mindset. It's that split-second decision in the midst of chaos to say, I will not let this define me. I will rise. Responding well doesn't mean pretending everything is okay. It means acknowledging the pain and moving forward anyway. It means getting back up after you've been knocked down. It means refusing to be a victim of your circumstances and choosing instead to become the author of your own story. Think about the people you admire most in life, those who seem unshakable, who radiate strength and calm in the face of adversity. Chances are They've been through their own storms. What sets them apart isn't that they avoided hardship, but that they made a choice to grow through it. They chose courage over fear. They chose resilience over despair. They chose to respond rather than to react. The truth is, pain doesn't get the final word unless you let it. You may not have chosen what happened to you, but you do get to choose what happens next. That's your power. Your response can turn a breakdown into a breakthrough. It can transform failure into fuel. It can take the ashes of what was lost and build something entirely new. So when life tries to break you, stop and breathe. Refuse to let the situation dictate your spirit. Remind yourself that every great story has conflict, and yours is no different. But how you choose to respond in those low moments, how you carry yourself through the storm, will be what shapes you into someone stronger, wiser, and more grounded than you were before. Life isn't about avoiding the fall. It's about who you become after you rise. When everything around you starts to fall apart, when life breaks you and leaves you in pieces, it's easy to lose your sense of direction. In those dark moments, many people begin to question everything: their choices, their worth, and even their reason for existing. But one of the most powerful truths you can hold on to in those moments is this: your purpose is greater than your circumstance. No matter what pain you're going through, no matter how broken you feel, there is something bigger waiting on the other side, and it's often purpose that becomes the light in the darkest times. Circumstances are always changing. Life can be calm one moment and chaotic the next. If you tie your identity, motivation, or self-worth to the ups and downs of life, you'll constantly feel like you're being tossed by the wind. But when you have a purpose, something deeply meaningful that drives you, it anchors you. It keeps you steady when everything else feels unstable. Purpose gives you a reason to keep going, even when quitting seems easier. Pain and hardship can cloud your vision. They can convince you that what you're experiencing now is all there is. But your purpose helps you zoom out. It reminds you that this moment, however painful, is just a chapter in a much bigger story. It might be a hard chapter, even a heartbreaking one, but it's not the whole book. Purpose puts pain in perspective. It doesn't erase the struggle, but it gives the struggle meaning. It allows you to say, "This hurts, but I'm not done. There's something I'm still here to do." You might not know your exact purpose right now. That's okay. Purpose isn't always one big revelation. Sometimes it's a quiet, steady pull in a certain direction. Sometimes it's just the choice to get back up. Sometimes it's showing up for your family, pursuing a dream, using your pain to help others, or simply deciding that your story isn't over. And often, it's in the breaking that your purpose becomes clear. You begin to understand what truly matters to you, not because life was easy, but because you felt what it's like to lose, to ache, to fall apart. That experience can sharpen your sense of meaning in a way nothing else can. When you find your why, the how becomes more manageable. Life won't stop being hard. But when you know why you're fighting, why you're healing, why you're choosing to grow instead of give up, you become powerful. Not because the pain disappears, but because you've chosen to rise above it. Purpose doesn't always take the pain away, but it gives you a reason to keep walking through it. It becomes your compass in the chaos. No matter where you are right now, remember this: you are not your struggle, you are not your past, you are not what broke you. You are the purpose that refuses to let the pain have the final word. There are moments in life when the weight of everything becomes too much to bear. Times when you feel like you've been pushed past your limit, when your heart is shattered, your mind overwhelmed, and your spirit nearly crushed. In those moments, it can feel like life has broken you beyond repair. But what if the breaking isn't the end? What if it's the beginning of something deeper, something more powerful? What if, instead of destroying you, the breaking is meant to transform you? When life breaks you, it often strips away all the noise, all the things you thought mattered but don't. It removes the illusion of control, the false sense of certainty, and the comfort of routine. And in that raw, painful space, something new begins. Transformation isn't comfortable. In fact, it's often brutal. But just like metal is refined in fire, people are often refined in adversity. The breaking hurts, but it softens the hard places in you, clears out what isn't serving you, and makes room for something better to grow. We're taught to avoid pain. We're told that brokenness is a weakness, that if you fall apart, something's wrong with you. But that's not true. Falling apart is part of being human. Everyone breaks in some way, some silently, some publicly. The difference lies in what you do after the break. Do you stay down? Do you give up? Or do you allow the pain to teach you, to mold you, and to shape you into someone more whole than you were before? Transformation isn't about returning to who you were before everything went wrong. It's about becoming someone new, someone stronger, wiser, and more grounded. The process is messy. Healing doesn't happen all at once. It's slow and often lonely, but every small step forward, every tear shed, every moment you choose to keep going when it would be easier to quit, that's transformation in motion, that's strength, that's resilience. Think of a seed. For it to become a tree, it has to be buried in darkness. It has to break open. Only then can it grow roots and rise toward the light. People are the same. You may feel buried right now, broken beyond recognition. But that breaking may be the beginning of your becoming. The version of you that will rise from this will carry wisdom, compassion, and strength you never imagined. Not in spite of the pain, but because of it. Let the breaking change you. Let it wake you up. Let it burn away what was never meant to stay. You are not being punished. You are being prepared, and the process of transformation, though painful, is sacred. It means you are evolving. It means you are shedding what no longer serves you, and it means that something beautiful is on the other side of the pain. Life may break you, but that breaking is not your end. It can be your beginning. Thank you for listening. Remember, even when life breaks you, it can also build you. Stay strong and take care. Goodbye.